Susan and I have adopted a phrase from our Japanese daughter-in-law, Natsue. Let's go, it'll be great. In that spirit of adventure, we registered for the UU Pacific Western Regional Assembly without really knowing much about it. We trusted that if it carried the UU brand, it would be worthwhile. And it turned out that was a very good bet. My task today is to explain what I got out of the conference, what I found enriching and worthwhile that might encourage you to attend a future conference. All that in about 9 minutes, which means I have to omit most of my experiences and impressions. So I'll settle on 4 that had notable impact on me, and I'll call them the 4 T's: toilets, trans, teens, and transformation. T1, toilets. There has been heated controversial discussion on who gets to use which bathrooms and under which circumstances. Some clever person rendered the argument moot by posting a sign that just said, "Whoever, just wash your hands." The conference had a similar equalizer for the 2 bathrooms formerly known as women and men. Sign said, gender neutral bathroom. This bathroom is for everyone. I will arbitrarily call them bathroom F and bathroom M. Being the curious sort, I wanted to check out what I had long considered to be forbidden territory. So I chose bathroom F. All stalls, no urinals. Look, there's a comfortable mirrored lounge area that the bathroom M lacks. So I recycled some coffee in one of the stalls. And on the way out, I encountered a woman coming in, and we passed without comment. No big deal. And I did wash my hands. I had intended to do the same at the next session break, but bathroom F's facilities were crowded by mostly women. So I bailed, entered bathroom M, and found a vacant urinal. I was in the process of relieving myself when a woman who had come to the same conclusion after seeing how crowded bathroom F was, she passed behind me into one of the vacant stalls. In that moment, I was struck by the ease in which we shared a restroom. It didn't even feel awkward. Another, T2, trans as in transgender. I was emboldened to step outside my comfort zone yet again. When we broke into caucusing groups, I imagined that I had less to learn from the white group, so Susan and I chose to caucus with the trans group. I was interested in learning what support we could offer as allies. There were perhaps 9 people in the room, ranging from unaltered people who would more commonly be called cross-dressers to those whose body type had been made congruent with their gender identity by a surgery. One flamboyantly attired person took issue with our being only allies and not real trans, and left in something of a huff. There was an older couple, the male-looking type, having discovered her gender discrepancy after having been married for many years. Her wife sat beside her and seemed to be supportive of her partner's choice. Another participant, who appeared all the world to be a man in a blonde wig, spoke of her trans issues. When the time was up, for the session, I reflexively said, "Thank you, sir." And then I cringed with embarrassment at my howling faux pas. Susan insisted that I correct myself by trying again. "Thank you, ma'am." Yep, I was out of my comfort zone, all right. But the experience gave me only a hint of the flood of emotions that such gender confusion could evoke in a less accepting person. T3, teens. After the Saturday banquet, I could easily have headed back to the room for some serious snooze time. I'm glad I found instead a seat near the front of the intergenerational worship service. For the next hour, I was entranced by the quality of the youth laity service and the program that they had created. They all radiated confidence and showed their competence fully. My takeaway was, in an era of stagnant or declining church membership that so many conventional religions experience, the burgeoning young youth leadership of Unitarian Universalism is encouraging. I am optimistic about UU's future. T4, transformation. By far, my most stunning and awesome moment, and I mean awesome, came during that young adult service. The loving kindness meditation is a process of summoning feelings of care and concern and tenderness and warmth toward oneself and towards others. And the process is pretty simple. You just adopt a relaxed pose, breathe deeply, focus on one person at a time, beginning with oneself, and then silently repeat, "May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at ease." Now, for me, that was the easy part, as was the next iteration. Concentrate instead on a person who invites a feeling in you of pure, unconditional, loving kindness. It could be a mentor, a teacher, a parent. My beloved Susan came to mind. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live in ease. Then we got to the hard part. Summoning an image of someone with whom I have difficulty, hostile feelings, resentments. One image sprang to mind. Immediately. Yep, you're right. I've done similar exercises in the past, but I could never get past my anger and hostility toward a person that I found so repugnant. But I did the loving kindness exercise anyway. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live at ease. After several iterations, something astonishing happened. My contempt ebbed, and I was left with a mental image of our president cowering, naked, cold and shivering, scared, unloved, friendless, and all alone. That poor man, I thought. Does he really love himself? Doubtful. He may be feared but not loved. He demands loyalty, but he can't really trust anyone. He never feels safe. How can he be healthy with that physique? His appetites are insatiable, so he is never content. Someone always has far more than he, is smarter, better looking, wealthier, more admired. And I felt sorry for him. Compassion for a scoundrel? strange, but yes, I had transcended my disdain, and I left the service in slack-jawed awe. Jesus is said to have said, "Love your enemies." But that was the first time I'd ever been able to experience acceptance of and compassion for a person I so loathed. The next morning, I still found his behavior to be as vile as ever, but I was able to separate the person from his behavior. And I was better off and at peace. Susan and I went to the Pacific Northwestern District Assembly trusting that if it was sponsored by UU, it would be worth our time. I got much more than my money's worth. May I suggest that you consider investing some money and time in yourself when the opportunity next arises?